Alright, it's on Twitch.
Yeehaw.
Nice.
So watch your fucking language.
That's my joke. You can't take my joke.
I just did. What you gonna do about it?
Cry, probably.
Wow, twisted out for blood.
Apparently. Didn't know it was up to that much, though.
Very passive opening. Does Mungmung even spawn an attacking unit?
No.
Wild.
Yeah, it's hard to do, but if you can force your opponent to go ahead and let you gain 3-4 power anyway, it can be fine to just be like, okay, whatever. Gain your
No.
5.
Like, it's going to be pretty hard to get rid of, like, the bunker or the drawer. Especially because I don't think Camazotz or Karkinos have all that much in the way of guns.
Neither of them have guns, at
We'll
least
just
in
run
Alpha.
up.
Mm.
Yeah, so they can't get to the juror, which is... Yeah, they can't get to either juror, because I don't see a... what do you call it? Outreach center.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the only power they can easily disrupt is, in fact, the crawler. They can punch the bunker, they just don't get anything for it,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to hit a 7, so they're probably spending reds to do it. So it's just a negative red proposition.
I like that. Nice chewy opening.
Yeah, not a bad one. Who won the dice roll-off?
I don't recall, honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't in when that happened, but
Okay.
obviously Mung went second.
Yeah. Okay, so this is kill the crawler.
Kill the crawler, screen with a skull bat.
Are skull bats out?
Oh, right, no. No, they are not.
Also, how would they... Oh yeah.
Maren,
Scent
that
blood.
punch hit.
Fake ram the building. Now ram this building. Or fake brawl the building.
Wait, how did Kark move there?
So the steamroll thing isn't
Does not
contingent on a
require you to
hit.
hit.
So what Maren does is like fake brawl a building, like not anticipating the hit, but then you get the extra movement afterwards, and then you can make a power attack or ram attack or whatever.
Which is hilarious. Like, the easy open onto Karkanos is there, but not incredibly worth doing, perhaps.
I guess I just didn't see where Kark started, because I thought Kark was too
Somewhere
far away to do that.
here-ish was where Kark started. Kark is deceptively speedy.
Yeah, I'm not
So, like,
sure where
he's
here-ish
seven from
is.
industrial. Oh, you
You're...
can't see my...
No, your mouse doesn't show up on
Yeah,
TP
when
or
we're
on
gray.
Discord.
That's okay.
Okay, Maren's backline, the rear media company to the left of that.
Yeah, no, I know that. like advanced to be on that power point next to the myriad, and then I thought he only spent 4 whites. So Kark would have been in line with the media and overlapping the myriad, and 1 short of making it to that other media.
Are you counting the industrial?
You don't get the industrial for steamroller.
Well, no, but you get industrial for your movement.
Yeah, which is how they got to the uh, other point.
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know.
Because yeah,
I
We'll have to
trust
seven.
go
they've done
back
something
to the
for the.
VOD after you post it or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I think Camazot's. I don't know what they were rolling, but I think Camazot's punch on the crawler actually hit because there was a super strike, and a strike. But I don't know if that was Karkinos swinging at the building, and uh, King of Camazot's was just yeah.
Okay. There
Never
you
mind.
go. Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunate.
This makes a little more sense now, I guess.
Yep. I really don't like the idea of going in on either monster right now.
I mean, I think Camazot's is just too far to go in on profitably. At least
Uh,
you can get
I
like
mean, you
500
could get Connie over
carpet.
there pretty easily, and you don't have to worry about the fire damage.
Sure.
Because even with Grappler, Connie's immunity
Mm.
blocked that.
Yeah.
We asked.
And in conversation with Maren, the right move is to not go in on Kark first.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, yeah. Now, if you had a few more reds, I don't hate the idea of going in on Cam, throwing to the media, and then body slamming to the myriad, or throw back to the wreck. Or
Mm-hmm.
if you have the dice, throw up to the double.
My
But
thought
you don't
was
have the red.
you don't really need to do a lot of stepping to do Karkinos to Media to Myriad.
Yeah, you're looking at putting 5 damage on Kark that way, and I don't hate it. You just don't have enough whites to make it safe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So why risk it?
I mean, yeah, given that the media is right there, doing 5 on Kark isn't the worst.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a terrible idea.
I
And
mean, it's
if
half of a
Mung Mung
very, very
had the
good
reds for it,
health.
I would be saying that's exactly what they should do. He should
Mm-hmm.
do. Yeah, I don't know.
So I need to go locate more paint. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Mung Mung has Connie there. Because right now Connie's not
Um,
screened up.
mm, maybe to shoot at the crawler.
Maybe.
Connie's card isn't loaded for me, so I can't see. Uh,
Range 4, but with the comms array, the crawler
mhm,
is close enough.
mhm. Be transmuting that into like a tuner or a dervish would be pretty sick. Yeah.
Well, if that was at the crawler, it missed.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Phobos doesn't have pen, does it? No.
Nope.
So that was a miss no matter what it was at. Okay. So yeah, those first two
I
were
think it was
Phobos shot.
Phobos taking shots at the two buildings in the back, or potentially at the juror.
It would have been at one building, because
Mhm.
the second die had 6 blues on it,
Mhm.
so it was an onslaught at the same target.
Makes sense. First one misses, second one for a bonus.
Yeah, no, Mung Mung was just trading a white for 2 blues on the first shot. And if it
Mhm.
worked, fantastic. Otherwise, fine. That wasn't the plan anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Pulling out Hellion, Cliffhopper, or changing the mind on Cliffhopper.
did Maren remember the power sink?
Don't know that they did.
I don't know that they did either.
Did Mung Mung just try to shoot with Phobos?
And
Uh,
missed both times.
does Power Sync require multiple red
One.
dice or just one red dice?
First time any red dice is rolled by the opponent.
Okay, so that was probably a forget. If there was no trigger, but I wasn't looking because I forgot as well.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's not a May, but I'm pulling it up to look. So it is not a May. Yeah, Phobos missed. Mung Mung took another shot at the same uh, target, threw in 2 more reds, and missed again.
Mm-hmm.
What a game.
Right? I keep thinking tuners are deaf. Oh, Hellion. Never mind. I was gonna say, I keep thinking tuners are def 3, and
Well,
Maren
they
just
are.
rolled a 1. And then I noticed, oh, that's because Maren used a Hellion.
That'll do it.
Hellion flank.
Yup.
Wow.
Yes, it will.
Wow, I just finally got the notification that you're streaming, Twisted.
Twitch is on point today then, isn't it?
Were you playing in the first round, Twisted?
Garrett.
Oh, fun.
God, did you see those pairings?
Um, Not really. I assume they were rigged.
We saw Boxy
Are
put
they
everyone's
not
name in.
rigged?
We saw Boxy hit, the generate 3 times. Garrett and I were paired up. First time he clicked it, Garrett and I are in slot 2. Second time he clicked it,
It's
Garrett and
just
I are
your
paired up in
destiny.
slot
Accept it.
2. Third time he clicked it, Garrett and I are paired up in slot 6. Like, wow. I think the same thing actually happened to Boxy too. Like he was paired up against the same new person all 3 times, just in different locations. This may not be one of those times, but generally I think Mung Mung is a little too gung ho about the extern spar play. I just don't like it as much as Mung does, I guess.
What is he gonna blow up? The media company?
I
The
think,
Myriad.
yeah, the Myriad tags Destructomite Hellion.
Got the Myriad,
Oh,
which, yeah, destroys the Destructmite and the Hellion. Gets 5 reds.
I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's good. It also gets him a dice back for the Hellion, or the Hunter on
Take a
probably
shot
the
onto
Hop.
something.
No, the Abrogator. That would
Yep.
make a lot of sense.
Yep.
Got the Abro.
nice.
Pew! Schmoovin'. I like it. I do indeed like it.
Yeah, I mean, Maren's still powering up for quite a bit, so
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Maren was still powering up full, so it's not like they really cared. And now Mung has opened up one of his sides, but Maren can't step around to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably ram the building and what is it, Bloodsport or whatever it is to go in?
yeah, it's like ram the building, you do a point of damage, you get the blood sport, then to move extra. So it's just a matter of how can Maren position.
Okay, now I'm not sure where Maren's going with card. Oh, okay. No, this is joke punch at a building and then ram. Although, why wouldn't you try to punch the Myriad, ram the high rise, and then just get out of the way for Cam?
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Or
punching the cliff hopper and then ramming the high rise.
you can't punch your own unit.
Oh, right. I thought it was an enemy. I
I
am
mean, you
full.
could just move the hopper, it can hop.
Oh, for
The
that.
hopper started on the PowerPoint, so they already did hop.
Oh, okay.
And this is them just backing up the whole turn.
Oh, maybe deciding to try and go in on conductor instead.
Yeah, I'm still not exactly sure what this is.
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I guess. Because Bloodsport won't get you through the building, will it?
Nope.
No, it's 2 spaces.
Two space move. Yep.
Maybe this is just swat the exterm into the building. Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Which nets back 4 dice from the rec facility. There you go. Pay your 2. Cam has flying, so you don't take any pain. And no, Phobos goes into the myriad.
How dare you still mix them up?
Yeah, I mean, Phobos
one
does
even
not
plays
have the
Orange
dangly
Demos.
Phobos
bit,
comes into
so
play.
I don't know why I keep mixing them up either. They look similar, but they don't look identical.
Also, like, when was the actual last time anyone even played Demos?
The last time I played in person,
So,
I
like,
think
2
I played
years ago.
Demos.
You can't even remember.
Excuse me. Go for me. I had my friend that I play with come over a while back. It's like 2 months, maybe.
I thought you were gonna say like 2 years ago.
I was happy to see that he found a store in Tulsa that's looking at actually going big on trying to get a league going and whatnot. He and I already talked about carpooling up there once a month for it. I'm gonna have to take a bunch of janky crap to not just utterly destroy people, though. Okay, there's the clock running. Let's see which one was running first.
Baby, here we go.
Can't. Wait, okay, now I don't know what's going on. Oh, trying to get out of a um, media ray.
So he's just body slamming here. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe save that one die to. Oh, nope, stepping. Like I say, maybe save the one die to try and chain and throw Cam up to that double, but
I think it would have been better to not step back,
uh
but I might be crazy. Well, no, never mind. I was gonna
no.
say because Karkinos could, or not Karkinos, Camazotz can battering ram, but also like into what?
Yeah, I mean, this way you can at least like screen a little bit and then force Maren to spend some resources on clearing it.
Yeah, and you can't really split Mung Mung's monsters from this position. That's gonna be painful. 'Cause that is a dead Phobos.
Brutal.
Yeah, which is why I was saying Mungmung might have wanted to say. If they'd chained, they could have thrown Cam into that double, and well, no, because I guess it wouldn't have mattered because they'd be going into this turn now with the one die to try and kill Cam.
Is Monpoc on a monster turn?
I don't 100% know. He's in the tank, whatever he is. I feel like he's on a monster turn because last turn he did a big Explodahawk near the Mount Terra.
the wrong clock running?
I think it is.
Uh,
I think it's Maren taking a unit turn.
Haven't seen the security bunker play in a while. No, I don't really think I saw any major misplays from anyone yet.
Oh, I didn't realize that it had Siphon with Onslaught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a pretty good boy.
That's useful.
it is.
I know Relect has been like boudaying it pretty hard, but I think it's a very solid backup plan.
If it's all you have, it's all you have, and
I
it's
mean, I
better
think it
than
comes in
nothing.
handy,
But
like, at certain points.
Hmm.
All that said, he could have also just, spent the attack to kill the security bunker and then stepped in and thrown, and you would have gotten the exact same board state. Okay, well, that's kind of a mistake. I mean, you're not really in line with anything, but your cart doesn't care about the fire, so also you're blocking off the one vector to put you into a building. So I actually don't hate that. This probably should have been a chain or a unit turn, but honestly, this is also fine. Ah, I forgot about suplex. Okay, then never mind. That was a terrible position for Mungmung to be in. So if Mungmung had just gone up, no, that still would have worked. Yeah, maybe it was fine after all.
Oh, and Connie is perfectly not hyper. That's brutal.
Well, I mean, that was always going to happen in this situation. Which I guess is kind of also why the onslaught attacks weren't as good, because you were more likely to miss one. And then Connie wouldn't be perfectly in hyper right now. But still, I think it was a fine backup. Just
I didn't
I
even notice, honestly.
I probably would
I
have
was
done
too
the
busy painting.
kill. I'm talking about the onslaught turn.
It makes the game much more interesting for sure. Oh, hell yeah.
That was a point on Kark, right?
I think so. Yep, Cam Hyper has sprint. He loses bloodlust, gains sprint. I don't know who
We're
he lost.
obviously a bad peanut gallery.
Right?
Did we lose? I think Sly left.
Yeah,
Is
maybe.
Twisted just quiet?
Probably.
Am I?
I
Apparently
have
Discord is no
seen
longer
Connie
picking up
pull
my
out
voice.
dumber stuff. If I'm being honest.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
can.
Has your
Okay.
microphone been off?
No, just Discord decided to stop listening to it.
Fair enough. Oh my
And I
gosh.
went into the settings and it was still set to listen to it.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's
It
done that
happens.
before.
God, 9 of Karkanos' health though. That's gonna be a major pain to chew on.
Yeah, and he has to do it in uh, 2 attacks. I don't
Hmm.
really see Mung Mung winning this one.
There's a universe where it could happen, but it's a difficult one.
Uh,
And it does kind of require Hyperconic to pull some bullshit.
Well, it's hard to even do that because there's nothing on the board. Well, I guess
yeah,
Connie could use the.
Malleable corporeality is the scariest part of that hyper, I'm coming to realize.
yeah.
Because it means that you don't have damage? Yes, you do.
There is that potential, but there's only 3 empty spaces, so that'll be a little difficult.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, Mung
Yeah,
Mung's
I think
plan right
the.
now is to force Maren to take 2 damage attacks
Hmm.
by more or less staying where or keeping the fight where it is.
Hmm.
Uh, and then yeah, Mung Mung needs to find a way to start getting buildings placed where at least Maren can be beat back into them.
Hmm.
Well, but even then, you're only dealing 2 damage a hit, unless it's
Yeah, I think
myriad.
Mung Mung needs to get the juror out. Well, okay, Mung Mung's
Well, 3
into
damage if you do throw into a building into a beatback.
Yeah, Mung Mung needs the death sentence juror, and
yeah.
probably needs to start retrofitting with the Conyard. Get some myriads back out there.
Does retrofit rebuild stuff or does it just replace things?
It rebuilds things that, uh, so anything that's not on the field, it will put back on the field. Destroyed buildings are technically not on the field. We just,
But
because
it
of
but
the
it's a
way
replace
TTS,
effect, not a repair effect. So it would be like rep,
yeah,
retrofit Mount Terra into a new
correct. You're
yeah.
you're rebuilding or you're retrofitting existing buildings. You're not putting new ones out.
Hmm.
But it is the best that Mung Mung has. It also threatens, you know, it leaves behind more empty foundations to move things to.
Hmm.
The issue is it also costs a red die,
Yeah.
and you have to be securing the building you retrofit. We
Yeah.
don't want to
And
secure
also
the
that has to
Conyard.
be done on a unit turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just awkward.
But
Uh
uh-oh.
So yeah, during the last unit turn, Mung Mung honestly probably should have tried to secure the Mount Terra or the, yeah, well, can't secure the UCI with Marin's hopper there. But yeah, secure the Mount Terra, retrofit it into Myriad, and then go into the monster turn, throw into the Myriad.
hmm.
And then you can start doing some janky stuff by setting up around a foundation. Setting units around a foundation, then use Connie to move a building there, and then retrofit it later.
Hmm.
Does Mung Mung not have a taskmaster?
I don't believe he does.
I thought he did, no?
I don't see one. I was just thinking, oh man, this would be a perfect time. You can just throw that taskmaster into that split.
Huh.
He does have a lot of package
Is this just
to his list.
throwing away? Because that's the
I guess.
wrong move. You need to be dealing damage.
I guess the notion is like tax Connie on positioning and say, okay, you don't get to stand in this sort of flattened area. You have to stand where there's buildings. It's just my thought process. I don't know how useful it is.
Maren is powering up for 6 per turn. So yes, by throwing Connie way over there, what they're trying to do is say, I'm powering up for more than you. I can chain more efficiently. I can keep chaining longer. So you will be over in this area and I will chain into you eventually. Now, how effective it is somewhat debatable.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Because by moving like that, you're just, oh, no, Maren's not. Maren's just throwing over there.
Maren, okay.
I don't know
You sound
anymore.
very tired tonight, honestly. I think they just realized that they put Connie perfectly into hyper
On the top of Hyper.
way,
Yeah.
way over there, which is no bueno.
I mean, they're not anywhere near anything they can be beat back into, so it kind of
No,
doesn't matter.
but comma, malleable corporeality will let Connie aggressively desecure buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, like it'll let Mung Mung can rip that uh
The
IC
industrial, yep,
over to where he is.
plenty of things to do.
I do think Mung Mung should just try to get somewhere relatively safe and then uh uh basically push all his dice.
Just go into unit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you should get the juror on the board, and we talked about trying the retrofit thing.
Yeah, I don't think
It
you
would
can
help,
So,
but
do
I don't
that
know if he's got
anymore.
the space in his brain
yeah,
anymore. Also, that.
I mean, if you came back down, you swatted the Taskmaster into Kark, beat that Kark to clear the Foundation space. You could then move the IC over here, and then retrofit it. The question is, can you stand somewhere that's not going to
kill
suplex
you.
you into it and
Yeah.
still force alignment without being thrown into it too? I mean, getting that damage I think is important. So taking Kark down to 6, so that it's 6-4 instead of 7-4. It's just a question of where you stand afterwards. Because you're still transcendent, so you can walk into the fire without any concerns.
What a lovely sentence, honestly. You are still transcendent. I love that this is just like turning into the pillow fight. So it's just
It was
about
always
make
going to
a
be.
pillow fight better.
Yeah.
We basically have 2 monsters that are immune to hazard damage. This was always going to be a pillow fight.
Well, doubly so because Karkinos is immune to collision with hazards too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's Mung Mung's biggest issue, is Mung Mung needs non-hazards to throw Kark into.
Mm-hmm.
So like running back and just stomping out that Dur Propa Walker's quick wouldn't have been a terrible idea, honestly.
Mhm.
You didn't
Well, but that
step over
doesn't.
and just stand on one of the uh, spawn points and say, okay, come over, come get me now.
Well, what does stomping the fire do? It just
No,
it's
the
a relic.
Dur Propa Walker Squicks up by
Oh,
the
so
ISB.
making that removal. Okay, sorry,
Yeah,
brain.
just removing that stuff to force out some more.
Just be honest. No one stomps ever.
I know.
They should probably.
Yeah, I mean, you could have stomped there, turned it into a Jur and Abrogator, and I don't freaking
Oh,
care
that's
between the
true. Wait, so if
Facilitator
you
Oh
stomp
Turbid.
yeah,
with Connie, you
actually.
can just turn it all into your
Yep.
stuff? That's nice.
Transmute.
Yeah, you have to,
Transmute.
actually. There's no can, it's you must.
You must make the juror.
It's like, okay, I secure these buildings now. And then you teleport uh the industrial away. You're like, come get me. Let's go. Um, okay, no, that's why it's 5 now. Never mind. Can, well, no, that wouldn't change anything anyway. I was going to ask if tuners could move on do their little swap thing on a monster turn.
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
I didn't either. Yeah, Mung really needs that tuner on the empty foundation next to him to be a hopper, but there's no way to do that right now. Hmm.
Hmm.
No, no one brought an outreach.
Yeah. The more this game goes, the more I'm like, it would have been really great to get that stomp.
Yeah, I know. The more I look at him, like, that would have probably been the correct move. But like Catsby said, no one ever stomps, so no one ever thinks of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to remember.
I mean, there's what 8 power attacks.
Um, Ram,
7. Yeah.
Stomp,
So.
Slam, Throw, Rampage.
Slam isn't a power attack anymore.
I said
Body
Body
slam.
Slam.
Oh,
I think you're thinking Headbutt anyway.
yeah. Or
Wait, or
there
was
used to
it
be
called
one
Slam?
called Smash.
That's what it was. Yeah. God, that attack was broken.
My favorite was will always be my favorite, where I would play morphers, and then one time I lined them up in a row, and then they got smashed into each other like little soccer balls. It was just really funny.
Yeah, but I think letting your opponent treat your Morpher like one of those clacker toys is probably not the right move.
You think?
I'm pretty sure.
Never said I was good.
Although, technically, wouldn't it, like, hit the first one and stop moving in that
I don't.
situation?
I feel like because they were morphers, they were treated more like units or something. There was like,
But, so it
I
just
don't know. I
ran
thought it.
ran over all of them and dealt damage?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oops. God, 1.0 wild version of the game.
So Karkanos has suplex now.
I think
Uh,
Karkinos might lose suplex actually. Yeah, Karkinos has Ravage now, which is scarier because Karkinos just body slam brawls and it's over.
yeah, so now Karkanos doesn't have to put Mung Mung into anything. Maren can just body slam punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they hit, I guess.
That is true. You are at least forcing 2 attacks.
Or just
So
body slam and then.
I was gonna say, or you just try to throw to the fire back there, but that I don't think Maren was powering up for enough.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a hit. I can't really see though.
Yeah, I think that hit.
Looks like a hit to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I definitely see at least 7. And if the one's under, or if that cocked one is counted, then that was a hit.
I think they might be talking about exactly what you were saying earlier with like pulling myriads in.
Yeah, I kind of think pulling myriads back in may have been something that Mung Mung needed to start much earlier. I just don't know if
Mm-hmm.
they had the reds to start.
Well, that or the brain. Unfortunate.
Hello.
I think that was a leave, not a join.
I don't know. It's the same tone on my settings.
I have them different. Yeah, it was what's his name? Two Boots leaving.
Okay.
Is there a results form yet? I had so much
Um,
trouble even just finding all the lists earlier.
right. When I last looked, the lists weren't posted yet.
I
Like
don't
the
think
link
they are
didn't
posted. I
exist.
think they're just in the folder. Hey, Maren. Hey,
Uh,
Mung Mung.
Hey, Maren.
Hey,
Hey, Mung Mung.
twice. Once when I didn't realize where the conductor was actually standing, and once when I forgot to sprint into a pocket.
Yeah.
That did happen.
The big misplay we saw from Mung Mung was right at the end.
What?
What I do?
When you chained and went after Maren threw you to the other side of the map, and you chained and went down after them, you had instead. Let me change my color. Let's see. Connie was like
It was
here.
like up here, and then it
Yeah,
went.
taking that chain felt really, really.
Well,
Well, the
Like
chain
if you were
was
gonna
instead of
do it,
take-
I would have like
taking the chain is
messed up my
fine.
power
What we
base.
were saying is come over here and just stomp and turn all 3 of these into your own units.
Stomp doesn't transmute.
Oh, it doesn't?
Nope,
Doesn't
it's
target.
hit.
Well, that's a shame.
Never mind.
I'll
You could
swap
still
one
like
into
SWAT Juror to Squix and have your own Juror and your own like Dervish back here.
Yeah.
Abrogator.
same
No,
cost.
2
Not
costs.
if I want the juror.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Transmute cares about cost.
Yep.
Yep.
Dear
Well,
God, could you imagine?
Fine. I
Yeah,
was
I wouldn't-
imagining.
I would not be bringing in tuners if I, could didn't care about cost.
But yeah, you smash those, or you smash up those and just step back, and then
Oh,
you
but
port the
totally.
IC over here.
The targeted building has to be within 5.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
So he could have ported like the media company or one of these 2 buildings in that position.
Yeah. So I,
That's
only-
why I was like doing all of my weird placements
Yeah.
and shit. Is I was like, nah.
Oh, no.
We're not getting Malcord.
We knew you were doing that. The other thing, and I don't know if Mungmung you had the reds for this, and it would have taken a lot of forward thinking, but before all the buildings got destroyed, if you'd been using the Conyard to keep bringing back the myriads
Yeah, I know.
with retrofit.
But that would have I would have needed to have another building secured.
Yeah, I know. That's
And yeah,
that's
that never
the
happened.
big rub.
That,
Okay.
That wasn't going to happen either.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
probably not. Well, you only had to secure it during your unit turn.
That's
Yeah.
true. Like if you were just like running up here, like you could have turned maybe this UCI into something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have turned that
That's
UCI.
a very long con kind of play.
It is. At some point, you could have turned that Mount Terra into something. But it forces more and more open spaces on the map that Maren would then have to keep devoting more and more things to blocking.
I mean, I really only have to block the ones that are going to be in line with Kark, right?
Yeah.
True.
Like the only thing I was thinking possibly doing is taking this and putting it here.
Putting it there,
Turn,
yeah.
so the hopper wasn't there. But that it's also simultaneously dangerous to me as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting you into that at that point. Or that you were here, I think, yeah. Or something. I can't remember exactly where.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some like there were a couple of places where like once I threw you back there, I was like kind of expecting to get a building put in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Like I thought like when you took that turn, my play pattern would have been pop over here, get rid of the malleable corporeality, and then either swap the tuner into the Abra or just into the Juror and like have a Juror.
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah.
Those two are within 5 of each other.
Yeah, that's right. I miscounted. I was counting all of them. Oh, they're all 6 or more, but no, those are 5. If I'd noticed that, I would have definitely gone over here. And yeah, I'm not sure if I would have.
You would have had to SWAT.
that
So it's not within 5 for the Juror because the SWAT would require the Juror to be up here.
No. I mean, for the valuable corporeality.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I would have thought of that, but yeah, that and then yeah.
SWAT. Yep.
That's I think probably the better play, but then I'd probably
then you'd have to step so you weren't in line with the media, right?
Yeah. And then I'd probably push. You had some dice at that point, or yeah.
I was pretty much always holding dice to chain at the end of monster turns, unless I was down to like 2 or 1.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you would have had to actually step there so that Maren couldn't step bunch and then come through to here.
At least if you're there, I can't go. I'm still a pedestrian. I can't go through Connie.
Correct.
You were still alpha at that point, so suplex was definitely an issue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't
well,
there, but yeah.
But being here doesn't save you from suplex because you go there and come down.
Neither landing position does because that's Maren's cliffhopper.
Yeah, I know.
That's also that cliffhopper
wasn't
there was never a point in time when the cliffhopper was in that position. We moved it because it was in this foundation.
Yeah.
Last turn it was
Oh,
there.
fair. Never
so-
mind. I'm
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah. So there was no safe spot over here. I moved that building up there. Yeah, the best I could do is yeah, that's too dangerous. That ends the game a turn. But yeah,
Well, if the
like
clip hopper was in that position, you would be putting the industrial over there, and then so you would have been starting there, done that swap, moved that thing, and then try to step back to
So
it.
he would have been starting here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, if
Oh,
you moved there to do the swap play, you move the IC out, and then you're trying to probably step back into that position.
yeah,
No,
next to my juror.
yeah, I don't want to go back
Oh,
that way.
right, true.
The other thing is I don't want to stay on his half of the board because he's got a good good unit
Fair.
damage.
Yeah,
You know,
between Hellion
Yeah.
Destructomite, Dervish, yeah.
yeah. So
That's
I
how I
needed
got
to-
Connie in our last game. I put Connie to 1, and then I was like, I'm just gonna kill you on the unit turn.
Yep. And believe me, I know about unit damage. I do it plenty.
Yep.
Yeah. Maren just he got to play his game, got
Hey.
to play his game from the get go, and I had
Yeah.
a early miss on the industrial, which
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
kept
We
him
saw
very
that.
efficient. So yeah. I wasn't very confident going into it, particularly since he got to have a practice game against me yesterday.
Oh.
I feel like whenever I have practice games with people, they always get more out of it than I do. So
I mean, but you've got to
I
You're
mean,
saying
remember.
you should stop
you
practicing against
successfully learned the lesson that neither Chaos or Garrett have learned.
What, and
Also,
that's
like,
respect your unit game?
No, that was kill Cam.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't learn that either yet. So good job, Mungmung.
it's
well,
like
to be fair, Cam was in the better spot for taking damage early. So
true.
Cam was lined up for doubles for 6 damage, and Mark was not. So I was like, okay. And also, yeah, the lesson I learned was, that stupid, onslaught vampirism brawl. Yeah, do that shit.
There was a very real moment where I considered, because you put me at the top of Hyper, like punching this high rise and then punching Connie once.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can just kill Phobos. I shouldn't do the silly play.
I can do
Go
8
for the
damage,
kill, try to lock up the game. Don't.
or I can do
don't get-
2 low impact brawls.
I mean, I did 3 low impact brawls in our last game, and it won me the game.
Well, then were they low impact brawls?
Each individual one was. Taken together, I completely dismantled Mungmung's power base.
Sure.
Not even completely dismantled, just brought it down to the point where he couldn't chain.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the turn that I lost Phobos was
It was like here into
Yeah.
this, into this.
Phobos wasn't in a fire. No, Phobos was because I had no. Phobos wasn't because you'd move Phobos up to body slam,
yeah,
body
it
slam.
was a body slam. So it was
Yeah,
like here,
so-
yeah.
Boom to boom. Yeah,
And then I
'cause
think
Cam was
Clark
on
was-
the fire.
Yeah, Karnak was down there, so I needed to see. So let's see.
They were technically both lined up for single to double. You didn't have the power dice to put me into either
Yeah.
double.
So if I did that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't remember if there's anybody over there.
Oh gosh, pardon me.
And
Yeah, honestly, this side of the board is a blank spot to me for most of the game. I'm
1,
just like,
2,
I've got my
3.
industrial, I've got this abrogator. Nothing's gonna happen. Let's go.
Yeah, that's my best option for saving the single to double. Make you go around behind.
Yeah, with Kamazatsu's already over here and has sprint. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have to come around from behind. But yeah, and you were light on whites that turn too, I think. I remember you used them all anyway.
Yeah, I also overinvested in both attacks because I really needed Phobos dead.
Yep. Yeah, so that was probably my best option there. What did I do prior to that? What did I do instead? No, the other thing that I did is I just did the body slam. Yes, I didn't have a unit. What did I? Yes, I did. Three dice investment to get that, and I think the pathway was clear, but I'm not sure. The pathway was not clear, then yeah, screw it. Maybe yeah, that was taken, so I couldn't have gone up that way. Yeah. Well played.
Yep.
We have
Good
a
games to both of you.
submission for him yet?
Nope, I'm just DMing Boxy because he's not even online.
So you just full speed ran that thing.
I-
Phobos ass cheeks clapping any % world record.
Boxy doesn't get the
honestly,
submission form up.
I probably
just,
could have gone faster. After my first turn, I was like, you know what? I kind of regret not doing the double monster ram because I could have punched down this myriad and then moved in and rammed, which is what I did to Garrett the first time I played this pair. But I was like, I need to depower Mungmung.
Yep. Very important. Yeah, your first turn, I was like, I spent too long thinking, oh, I could throw single to single on Kark or yeah, it was Kark over here. It's like, I can't do that on three power dice.
Relock didn't say anything in the chat, but he was apparently watching the Twitch, so I can only imagine how much he was yelling at us spectators for
not saying anything.
We were
As
really
I
bad
just
peanut gallery.
completely shit the bed for 2 monster turns in a row.
Yes, exactly.
I think Relock sure enjoys micromanaging people, but I'm full hands off. I'm like, y'all are fucking playing. You're gonna make your own goddamn mistakes, and I'm not smart enough to be coaching you anyway.
Well, to be
Well,
fair, that's the
I
thing.
mean, some
Brett
of them
is
are things
smart
that
enough
we.
to be judging us.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
And
just
now that
here
I've
painting
mentioned
my
it,
rec
he just.
facility.
Now that I mention it, he posts, "I'm disappointed in all of you." We know, Relocked. We know.
I'd be interested to hear if he had any suggestions.
If he didn't post them.
I don't
kind of a
think he
shame.
posts the he's more of a
Verbal.
Verbal coach.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know.
No, he keeps
But-
them in a dark tome in his grimoire in like the tower that he keeps, where he does nothing but play Monster Apocalypse for 28 hours a day because he's discovered the secret of time magic to play more Monster Apocalypse.
The
You say that, but this is the man who professes that his favorite games of Monster Apocalypse end in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
so
like
you can
who's
play
gonna
more games
speed
of
run
Monster
a game of Monpoc? Maren versus Relocked, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
Relock is
problem with that is
absolutely
that both of
always
us
trying to speedrun a game of
the
Monpoc.
problem with that is that both of us are like so good at that we can catch that we know like all of the safe spots and all of and like the game slows to a crawl because neither of us wants to engage.
There's no
Yup.
Kingsmate because you know all of the Kingsmates, essentially. What's up, kitten? Come see. Come see Pookie.
Yeah, I feel like even just watching Relocked play on TTS like stresses me out sometimes. Like the speed
Also,
and the hand waving.
Mung, when you said that turn was really fast in my first unit turn, I was like, man, I felt like I took way too long on that turn. Like I made like 3 decisions that shouldn't have been decisions.
All I know is you used less than a minute.
I sure did.
And it looked pretty practiced, so.
Yeah, I kept being like, do I need to spawn an abrogator? And then I was like, oh, I've got an extra die after I spawned everything. Yeah, I can. This can just be an abro.
Yeah.
Hey, Relocked. I know I shot the bed hard twice.
I'll go back and rewatch it. I just tuned in for the end.
Ah.
Well, that's where I shot the bed hard. So.
Like literally the end. I watched the final play.
Oh,
Okay.
And I was like, Mung, you spent too much time thinking about those steps. Didn't matter.
I had already lost at that point, so I was taking my time.
No, that's.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what it was. It was like a checkmate position. It was
yeah.
like,
I had 2 dice left and could have sprinted Cam into a pocket to save him for a turn, and I did my math thing where it wasn't miscounting. It wasn't actually miscounting spaces. I thought for some reason that Connie was aligned with this fire, and it was
classic.
back one. It was back one, so I couldn't even like go. Oh, I'm just going to throw you over here. I was just fucked.
Fair. Yep.
Fucked from still a superior damage position, so.
Yeah.
It's really hard to out damage trade Maren's pair.
It is.
And like I controlled the hyper on Connie long enough to like just completely like look at this board.
Yeah, it's a parking lot. I'm excited to go back and watch the VOD.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. You're going to probably scream at us spectators a lot because we really
We were a bad peanut gallery.
yeah. We weren't paying that much attention, and then when we were, it was like, oh, hey, this can happen, and just we forgot
Yeah, like
or
what, like how you
didn't
thought you
know
could
that.
stomp transmute.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
there
not
for that.
reading transmute to know that.
I mean, in my defense, I can't read transmute because on my screen it's a white fucking card.
Woof.
Weird. Oh, there's a fix for that.
Please send it to me.
I'm trying to remember what it is because it's you didn't cache properly. is what it is. Your image gallery like didn't
Yeah.
cache.
I'm gonna try just closing tabletop sim out. See if that does it.
Yeah, you might have to close Steam out entirely. Let it recycle that way.
I have to add a whole other step.
Who else
I
is
was,
playing?
happy with my security bunker screen.
Oh yeah, I
That
liked it.
was
Yeah.
that was cute.
I forgot about suplex. I was like, oh hey, that's actually really good because now you're blocking the throw line into the UCI. And then
Yeah,
Maren
I always.
suplex. I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
it's still
I said
not-
suplex and Mom went, dang it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like I spent so long playing Avad. It's like suplex is a hyper ability. It shouldn't be on alpha.
Right?
On alpha on 2 fucking monsters. Yeah, screw you everybody for taking my monster and turning it into a literal trash can.
Yeah, my boy is probably the worst destroyer after the DU.
Who's Zavod?
Yep.
No, that's so sad. Why
Why
would
you gotta
tell
do this
us
to
that?
Zavod?
It's either him or back to Olgoth. Like
It's not all goth.
It's extra sad because I really like the way I painted Zavad because I own him and I put him together and he's a little trash bot.
listen,
Still
listen.
trash.
Wait, hold on,
Model.
hold on. Twisted, are you still streaming?
Yes. Do you want me to stop it?
Please.